What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I think we're live. The timer on StreamYard. There we go. Okay, now it started. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? So this was a last minute stream because I was planning on doing one this week just because we haven't done on Friday Night Live in a while. But yesterday I had a tooth extracted and my mouth is still swollen and a little numb. But I'm gonna do my best to try to talk through and hang out with you guys tonight. So we'll see. So this is one of those nights where I really need a few people to show up and talk because I can't do all the talking tonight because, like I said, I had a tooth extracted. It's not from the bottom; it's from the top. So my mouth is still pretty swollen. I've been applying ice pack here. Like if I touch it, if I poke it, it still hurts because like that's where the needles and anesthetic or anesthesia. That's where the periodontist inserted the needle. There's like one, two, and then like inside of my mouth too. Yeah, not a fun experience at all. Um, And it wasn't, because I don't brush my teeth or clean it. I guess like he said it was a bone infection. He gave me antibiotics about a month ago, and I guess they didn't work. And the infection started eating up the bone connected to that tooth, and then in order to save my other teeth, he said he had to pull it. So I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a dental professional, so I don't know much about teeth. So you can you kind of have to take their word for it when it comes to things like that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. How many people show up. Once once my mouth heals, once my tooth surgery site slash area heals, then I want to do these streams more consistently instead of doing them last minute, so that way you guys can see like or can know that like, oh, on Thursdays or Fridays, whatever I decide to do it like at 7 p.m. 6 standard time, John goes live, for example. So that way you guys don't that way you guys can plan for and know when I go live instead of hoping and praying that notification go out to tell everyone that John's live last minute. So this is definitely not how I want to handle things. This might be if I'm the only one talking, this might be a little bit of a quiet stream than you. So I'm gonna try to talk as much as I can. But technically I'm not supposed to talk. I'm supposed to rest my mouth. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. You guys already know that YouTube notifications take a while to go out. So but yeah, I'm sure some of you will hop on and want to hang out. The Friday Night Lives are usually pretty popular. The only problem is that it's almost midnight on the East Coast. It's 11 to 7 p.m. So we'll see if we got any late night owls on the East Coast. I'm a late night owl, even though it's not late right now. I do usually, you know, stay up until midnight or 1 a.m., especially on weekends. I don't like, or I can't sleep early. I don't know. I'm not I'm not early sleeping type of person unless like I take like some type of like sleeping aid. Even those don't work sometimes, which is kind of weird. According to StreamYard, we got one person here. That's what's up. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? If you're here, say what's up in the chat so I know you guys are here and we could get a conversation going. Let's have a good time. So my table just shook a little bit, and we've been having a lot of earthquakes this week here in Southern California. So I couldn't tell if that was an earthquake or a truck passing by. So I'm gonna check the news real quick to see if there was an earthquake. I think we've had like 3 earthquakes this week, four maybe. I don't know, or maybe four in the last 2 weeks. It's been crazy. Earthquake now. Let's see. Let me check USGS. Let's see. Let's check California, Los Angeles. Streamer says we got 2 people in here. Nice. It means that notifications are going out. Let's see. Let me tap this one. Yeah, I don't even know what's an earthquake anymore, guys. It's like I feel things shaking and I can't tell if it's an earthquake or not. Los Angeles earthquake. I think it was a truck passing by. No, the last one was a few days ago. So magnitude 3.9 earthquake hits Lake Elsinore. That's not. I mean, it's near me, but not enough for me to feel it. Lake Elsinore's like Riverside County, I think. It's near Riverside. Yeah, I didn't hear about the Riverside one. That's crazy. Apparently, there's a lot of earthquakes because of heat. I don't know heat had to anything with earthquakes, but it makes like the faults more active or something like that. I mean, I don't know any of this stuff. I'm just kind of sharing what the very small amount I've been able to gather. Some touch once earthquake activity increasing Southern California. This is from Fox 11 News, so take that with a grain of salt. I don't know if it's clickbait or if it's actually real. If you guys are watching the stream, say what's up in the chat. If you guys just hopped on, I was talking about like how I had a tooth extraction yesterday, and I don't know how much I'll be able to talk. Blue Mag says, "Glad you're back, man." I say frequent earthquake means, yeah, that's what they've been saying for years. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. This one says woman dog shelter during booming Los Angeles earthquake. I don't know. Oh, gotcha. Dog shelter. Looks like a house, not dog shelter. Maybe it's a different video. I don't know. I'm not a fan of earthquakes, but I don't know anyone who is. So when the big Northridge earthquake happened in LA in 1994, I was like 5 years old, so I don't remember that one. And we weren't living near Northridge, so if we did feel it, I don't think it was as strong as people living near Northridge, obviously. I just went to the dentist on Wednesday. I just went to the dentist on Wednesday, just cleaning. I'm considering Invisalign. Okay, just see if you can qualify for it, because not everyone qualifies for Invisalign. Like I remember when I was trying to get braces and asked for Invisalign, they told me that I was lucky to get if I qualify for regular braces. Like that's how bad my teeth were. So yeah. Yeah, you just ask your dentist if you qualify first, because I think your teeth have to be like basically like almost straight to be able to get Invisalign. Like they have to be really really good, from what I understand. Also, one of the things that I've learned over the years after getting dental work is that insurance doesn't cover shit. Like even sorry for cursing. Well, I don't know if that's cursing or not, but yeah, yeah, insurance doesn't cover much. Uh, Blue Magic says, "Did you get your wisdom teeth removed?" I still have mine, but my brother got his extraction treatment. It's difficult. Yeah, I got mine removed. Damn, like 4 or 5 years ago, like right before I got braces. They didn't let me get braces until I got my wisdom teeth removed. So, I told him, put me to sleep. I don't want to feel it. So I woke up with a bloody mouth because my mouth was still bleeding. But yeah, I got it removed a few years ago, right before I got braces, or else they weren't gonna let me get braces. Yeah, so I had to pay 140. Dude, $140 even with what kind of dentist are you going to? That's insane. I think I paid like 140 for a dentist like that my or that for with or I paid 140 because I was going to a really good dentist and my insurance didn't or he didn't take my insurance, so I paid out of pocket 140, but 140 plus insurance with insurance, that's insane. Like I wonder what kind of cleaning like the if for $140 plus insurance, like I would hope that the dentist himself is doing the cleaning because no offense to hygienists, but some of y'all don't clean that well. I'm sure a lot of you do, but some of them don't. I've had a few bad experiences where I felt like they missed a lot of spots or they didn't do it very thoroughly. They just wanted to clock in and out. You know what I mean? But yeah, $140 plus or $140 for cleaning X-rays, which is basically a checkup with insurance is insane. I can't imagine paying that much. But yeah, it looks like no earthquake. I don't want. I mean, out great. I'm jinxing myself. I don't have knock. I don't have wood to knock on. So I'm gonna. I'm on the USGS website. It says earthquakes updated. What does that mean? Does that mean the website was updated, or were there more earthquakes? Let's see. Imperial, California. Is that near San Diego? Grapevine. I don't know what Grapevine is. Loma Linda. I know that's near San Diego. So I guess I gotta scroll up because I think I'm in like near San Diego, Riverside County area. Welcome to the John McHaley channel, where we try to figure out when earthquakes are happening on the USGS website. Bro, no way. That they're charging $500 for a checkup. There's no way. $500. Oh, they did deep clean. Okay, that's different. Deep cleans are more expensive. Yeah, they got a deep cleans like basically like when they like go through like every little crack and every little thing, and I think it also includes like the surface of the gums too. So if it's a deep clean, that makes sense. But if it's just a regular X-ray and cleaning, then yeah, that's way too much. But yeah, deep cleaning. I've had deep cleaning before. They cost around $500-600, so that makes sense. Basically, like I think they separate your mouth into like four quadrants. So you have your upper left and your upper right, and then your bottom left and bottom right. So yeah, we're talking about teeth and cleanings and all that stuff. X-rays on a Friday night. That's awesome. But hey, I got no one to blame but myself because I was the one who started talking about teeth. Like I would show you guys like where my missing tooth is now, but like I can't even open my mouth all the way. Like that's how sore and swollen and numb I still. I don't know if I'm numb, but I'm definitely sore for sure. Like I barely can brush my teeth. Like I can barely open my mouth to brush my teeth. But yeah, it looks like what I felt was not an earthquake. It was just a truck passing by. There's what a few days ago, August 12th in Alhambra. That's pretty close. 4.5. I think I heard about that one. I enjoy earthquakes, just don't make them higher. You gotta be in the minority to enjoy earthquakes, man. I don't know. I think the thing about earthquakes is that sometimes I think they're most of the time they're scarier in our minds than they actually are. But like we're always anticipating the big one. So yeah, that's good. This is my favorite drink. I'll be cutting out completely again soon. Sometimes mess with my sleep, sometimes it doesn't. It's very unpredictable. But I don't like coffee, so I'm not gonna no. I'm not gonna have trouble sleeping. The scary part about my caffeine tolerance nowadays is that I can drink one of these and like fall asleep right after. So my body's become immune to it, and I'm not. That's not something I'm proud of. So, but yeah, if I do drink them, it's one a day. But yeah, these don't keep me up. I wish I liked coffee, but I don't. So that leaves me with other sorts of caffeine, which is what this is. My workout routine is good. Mostly just walking and counting my calories. Make sure I stay around 2,000 calories, and then I weight lift every other day. So it's going on good so far. What's up, Carlos? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. If you want to hop on, let me know. I don't know what time it is over there in Japan, where you're up to. I think it's Saturday evening, or I forgot how many. Well, let me see what Japan local time is. I can just go Japan local time. Oh, it's okay. So it's Saturday afternoon for you. If you're not, if you're not running errands, if you're not too busy, let me know, and I'll send you a link so you can hop on. We'll be able to talk for much longer than last time because it's a Friday Night Live. So I'm not. I don't. I don't want. I don't have to keep this to an hour. Friday Night Live is usually we just hang out and talk. So if you want to join, let me know. What up, Tech Free News? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. All right, looks like YouTube notifications are going out. Carlos has experience with earthquakes in LA because he lived in LA for a very long time until he moved to Japan and left us. I'm gonna send you the link, Carlos. Hey, we got Silva now. So what up, man? How you doing? What a bass at? What a bass at? Bass. That's funny. What up, y'all? What up? All right, looks like YouTube notifications are going out. I'm gonna put the Yo, what up, Red? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Exactly, Silva. What a bass at? Bass. Basically, that's like a kind of like a not an inside joke or not an inside story, but basically back when I was really active on Silva's lives, I shared like a song that had like a lot of bass in it. It was just the instrumental. There was no lyrics. So like it was like a heavy bass song. So it was like what a bass set, bass. Good times, good times. So I'm gonna share the link with Carlos right now, but because I haven't talked to him in a long time, so I want to chat with him, and then once we talk for a little bit, I'll put the link out for everyone to join. But I know Carlos and I have been trying to do live stream together for a long time. So now that we have our opportunity, I'm gonna share it with him so we can catch up, and then we'll put the link out there for everyone to join. Now let me see. I'm gonna. Damn, I haven't. Let me see if I can figure out how to log on. Uh, 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 uh. But yeah, guys, there's no guarantees. You can brush your teeth and floss every day and still have them removed like I did. All because of an infection ate away at the bone. I don't know. That was the first time I heard about something like that. Would I live out of the country? Nah, I'm a city guy. Maybe I take a little, like a mini vacation out there, but no, I wouldn't live out there. I like being in the city. I like being around people. I'm a very social person, so I don't think I would survive out in the country too long. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, now I gotta put this in here. I'll read your comments. I'll read your guys' comments. Like I'm trying to figure out how to get the link to Carlos because I don't use his computer too much. Okay, I think I finally figured it out. I haven't seen a lot of guys in a while. What you guys been up to? What's new? Let's talk. Mm, mm, mm. That's weird. Let's see. All right, Carlos. If you're still on here, I shared the link with you. Hey, we got AZ Gig Tennessee now. What's going on, man? How you doing? Reading any? No, not at the moment. It's funny because my girlfriend loves reading books, but she likes fiction. I like writing, and she likes reading. So I guess we complement each other. It's not that I don't like reading books. I just like reading certain books. Like the topic has to be really, really interesting to me for me to be to sit down and like actually like read it and give it a chance because like I don't have a lot of attention or patience when it comes to reading. I'm more of a listener than a reader. Like I'll listen to an audiobook than reading it. I know it's not the same, but that's just how how my brain consumes media sometimes. Like I like when I go on a walk, like I like listening to podcasts. Like I have YouTube Premium, so instead of watching something in video form, if they're just talking back and forth, kind of like an interview or kind of like a Joe Rogan setting, then I'll just listen to an audio. I don't watch it, so I really like listening to something while I'm walking. If I have something good to listen to, I'll go on a walk. Are you reading anything good right now, Blue Magic? Any recommendations? Also, like stories or books written by people that I respect. Ah, shoot. Um, any podcast recommendations? Honestly, I don't subscribe to any podcasts, but if I see a interesting video that I like, I'll just like listen to it in audio form. So, trying to think what I usually listen to. I've been listening to like a lot of crypto stuff. I've been trying to learn more about crypto. It's like a lot of the crypto channels. Like I don't want to throw them out there because I don't know if they're legit or not. I think they're legit, but I also don't want. I also want to endorse them in case they aren't. I like fiction too, but biographies, yeah, they can be. It just varies. Carlos, give me a thumbs up whenever you're ready. No rush. I like fiction. Oh, that's right. I read that one. You ready, Carlos? Or maybe you can't hear me. Let me see. Maybe you're not able to hear me. I don't know. I'll bring Carlos on whenever he gives me a thumbs up. No worries. Okay, you're ready. Okay, gotcha. There he is. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, John? Mic check, mic check.
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, I could hear you loud and clear. I heard you're into crypto now, so are you gonna make the McKellian coin and pump it?
It's not a bad idea. I mean, if I grow my YouTube audience and show my own coin, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
I'm sure crypto is pretty popular out there in Japan. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I wouldn't really know. I haven't looked into. I do have a bank account here, but I don't know what else to do besides my basic bank account.
Hmm.
And it's a very cash-based society, and people here are very reluctant to change. So I really don't know. But yeah, you'll find the investors here and there, I guess.
That's pretty cool. Look, Carlos, look who we got on the channel. And I'm kind of upset that they changed their profile picture, but I'm glad they're back. Petting my cat says sub John saw notification. Glad to see you back. I do miss the patriotic cat. I don't know if you remember petting my cat's old photo. It was like a cat with
Oh
like the
yeah.
American flag in the back. That was great. But I'm glad you're back, PMC. This guy, yeah, I mean, obviously he's getting paid in Japan. When he converted the U.S. dollar to the yen, it just like made him basically a billionaire. So he's able to afford a big house.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the right thing to do.
Maybe that's why the carry trade went so bad. Because Carlos just like destroyed the yen system by converting his U.S. dollars to yen.
Yeah, I messed up the country that way. Sorry.
Did you hear about the carry trade?
No, could you tell me?
I mean, I don't fully understand it either, but basically, a stock market thing. So, like, I guess like people in Japan were converting or they were using their yen dollars, their local currency, to buy U.S. dollars because they wanted to buy U.S. equities. So, like companies like Amazon, Facebook, or Meta now, Google's parent company, Alphabet, things like that. And so, I guess the Japanese government decided to raise the interest rates a little bit, and so people started freaking out because basically that's how they were making money by borrowing the money because Japan's interest rates are so low. So whenever they increase the interest rates a little bit, it freaked people out, and they started selling and almost crashed the U.S. market. It was a crazy time.
So it's one of those things where if everybody does the same thing at the same time, it messes it up for everyone, right?
Yeah.
I get it. You know what happened once? Basically, there was a really huge currency crisis going on here in Japan.
Hmm.
And I heard about it in a video. And so basically, the banks ran out of money. And so people started panicking and went to the banks to get their money out because they heard something's wrong with the reserves, right?
Right.
But then I don't know who, but the government and the media were communicating with each other, and they decided, you know what? Let's not report this,
Yeah.
because if we report this, people will panic and they're just going to swarm to the banks to get their money out. Then there really won't be enough for everyone. So let's just keep it quiet. They kept it quiet, and that let the economy heal on its own and stabilize.
Mm.
And that just goes to show, like, a lot of these crises could be avoided if people could just be tactical about it. But I think it's just that people panic and do the same thing at the same time in mass.
So those are called bank runs. It's actually how a lot of banks have gone out of business here in U.S. too. I know, like the biggest bank that this happened to was Washington Mutual. That's literally how they went out of business because I think like news came out that Washington Mutual was like on the verge of bankruptcy or something, and basically people started panicking. They went taking their money out, and like that's what ultimately put them out of business.
Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't heard about that. And I know that as a child, I used to see commercials of Washington Mutual. And now I'm all like, I how come I haven't heard about them lately, you know? So
Yeah.
now I know it's an extinct bank.
Then they changed their name to Wabu. Do you remember that? My Wamu for short.
No, this is the first time I've ever heard that word.
Yeah, they were using Wamu in like the commercials. Let me see. And Chase ended up buying them, and that's why we have Chase in like LA now in California, because they're originally on the East Coast. They weren't on the West Coast.
Oh, really? I see, I
Yeah,
see.
but yeah, I miss Wamu. They had a lot of perks for the consumer. Obviously, not out of the kindness of the heart. They wanted our business, but yeah, they were more consumer friendly than some of the other banks.
Yeah, I think the only reason I'm able to hold on to my American bank accounts is because they think I'm in Japan as a tourist, probably,
Hmm.
or they
Maybe.
just don't know. Yeah, or else they would, I think, shut it down.
Maybe they're waiting for you to come back.
Probably. I mean, traveling is so normalized nowadays that, the bank accounts don't really blink twice if they see you doing transactions somewhere else.
Wait, so you're still able to use your U.S. debit cards in Japan?
Yeah, everybody
That's
can.
hilarious.
Yeah. So when you visit, just use your American credit card or debit card. It's going to be fine.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because like a lot of companies want what's it called? Like a travel notice in advance, or else they typically decline. So it's interesting how that you're able to use them out there.
Well, at least for Wells Fargo, I think they changed their mind about it. They said, "Oh, you don't have to notify us. You just go. That's fine." And I think that's the same for Capital One, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's my
Yeah,
experience. But I think maybe banks are changing their mind about that. They probably don't want all these calls, especially after COVID when everybody's traveling.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Now I think you just do everything in the app. I don't know if you need to call them anymore.
Right.
But how's everything in Japan? How long has it been since you moved out there? Has it been a year yet?
I asked a coworker, how do I say that I've been in Japan for 10 months? She's all like, 10ヶ月間 Nihon ni sundemasu. I'm like, all right, I'm going to practice that phrase because everybody keeps asking me, how long have you been in Japan for? That way I can answer right away and it's come in handy. So I think it's been about 10 months.
That's pretty cool. Did you fact check her to make sure that that's actually what it means?
I've asked at least another person too to check because
Okay.
she said, "Oh, your intonation needs to be more neutral." I'm all like, "All right, let me ask another coworker,"
Yeah.
and now they both agree I'm saying it right.
Okay.
I asked Google Translate. Google Translate says I'm doing it right. So unless all those three elements are in a conspiracy to make me look like a fool, I'm guessing it's correct.
If they know each other, they might be up to something. But if they don't know each other, then you're probably good.
Yeah, they probably texted the CEO of Google to pull a prank on me and make sure that Google Translate, has it wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Remember the unpaid Jersey Mike sponsorship?
Oh yeah, how's that going?
It's going great. I've made $0 to this day, so it's going great.
Well, that's just about what the US currency is worth nowadays, so it's fine.
That's true. It's almost like toilet paper.
I know, huh?
There's been a lot of people telling people to buy Bitcoin because our value or our dollar is devaluing and all this stuff. But I don't know if people already use Bitcoin, man. I don't know. I think they might buy as like a storage of value, but I don't think people already use Bitcoin. It might be more popular out there in Japan.
I don't know if this counts, but you know Robinhood, right?
Yes.
So there's you could invest in Bitcoin, and I just bought a little bit. So I
Nice.
don't know if that counts, or I'm not too familiar with crypto or anything. Um, but just imagine if we had invested when before it was popular, that would have been amazing. But oh well, hindsight is
Yeah.
20.
I mean, you can still buy it now. The only thing, like, I'm buying Bitcoin or Robinhood is fine. Again, it's not an eventual or financial device, but like people who are purists about Bitcoin will argue that the fact that you can't hold so basically like Bitcoin and the rest of cryptocurrency, people like it because you can what's called self custody, so you can like keep it to yourself, right? Like you don't have to depend on anyone else to keep it. So banks get hacked or banks go down, you have your own money instead of letting the bank hold it. So Robinhood, you can't technically the Bitcoin is not yours. Like they hold it for you, but you can't you can't transfer to your own wallet. So a lot of people that's why they don't like Robinhood. But if it's a small amount, then you should be fine.
I see, I see. I did not expect to learn so much about finances today. In
Well,
fact,
this
I
is
didn't expect. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say this is John McKellen channel, which people learn about teeth and finance,
There you go. Yeah,
all within the first 33 minutes.
there you go. Are you going to have that disclaimer that says, this is not financial advice. I'm just speculating. I'm just thinking out loud about this.
You know what's really funny? I actually launched a personal finance channel the other day because I've been wanting to do one for a while, and I said screw it, I'm gonna do it. Let me see if I can find it. Found
Oh,
my
for
own
reals?
channel. Yeah, I did. It's still what? I can't even see my own video. What happened to it? Did someone report it?
Oh, damn. What kind of advice did you give that YouTube hide it already?
Let me see. Now I want to know why my video's not there. It says this channel doesn't have any content, but it
What?
still says, yeah, it still says one video.
Oh, that's odd.
That's weird. I think I put is the U.S. headed towards a recession, which is like a hot debate now.
Oh, damn.
So if YouTube doesn't like that, then I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what else I would talk about.
I mean, I guess Rumble's the way to go nowadays, huh? Like uncensored and stuff like that.
I want to make sure that I didn't make the video private before I make any judgments. Let's see. Manage videos. Let me see if there's any copyright claims or something. Huh. It says public, but then it's not. There's no like copyright or anything on. There's like no. That is so strange.
how about this? Send us a link and we'll open it on our end to see
Yeah,
if it works.
that's a good idea. Let's see. Let me see if I can even open it in YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna post a channel here or post a video. Maybe it's just a glitch. Let's see. Also, if you guys are interested in personal finance stuff or want to see me talk about finance or stuff that I'm not gonna talk about on this channel, consider subscribing. You'd be the Carlos. If you were subscribed, you'd be second subscriber because I only have one right now.
All right.
It
So
works.
yeah, it works. You can tell, right? Oh,
Yeah,
it says not personal, not advice, personal finance.
that's what it's called. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it
I
looks
may I
good.
may change it later. It's not the most creative channel I know, but I thought it was kind of funny and witty for like coming up with a channel name with I don't know like really quickly.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. There's a YouTube channel I follow, Tangerine Travels.
Hmm.
So the guy usually talks about his expat life in Mexico, but he made a finance channel, and that totally changed the vibes. I noticed. I'm gonna check out his finance channel to see how it is, and like the personality, the vibe, everything is different. So I predict that it's gonna be a similar thing. Like another side of you is gonna show in your new channel, I think.
Yeah, I think people will see like how I don't mean I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I think people will see like how savvy I am when it comes to finance because I don't really talk about it here, but it's something. It's like one of the things I'm really passionate about in life because I like dabbling with stock market and I use day trade and all that. So I know a lot about that side of the world than anything else probably.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely important. They don't teach us that in school either.
No, they don't. School makes good employees, not good entrepreneurs.
Yeah, sometimes I doubt it even makes that like
Yeah,
good employees.
that's true. I think that's their goals. Damn, it's been such a long time since we've talked. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's been quite a while. This is a pleasant surprise for me. I just
It
saw my
is.
notifications. It said, "Oh, John is live. All right, let me jump in." I
Yeah.
already missed the family chat that I was taking a nap, and it turns out my family called me to do like some sort of group chat, like with everybody, all my
Hmm.
siblings. I'm like, why did nobody tell me? Like, what's up with all of these spontaneous, random, unplanned things happening? And I'm all like, oh, damn, I missed it. Then I see your notification. At least I won't miss this one.
I'm honored.
All right. But yeah, later on, I'm going to meet up with a friend in a Mexican restaurant out here in Tokyo. He's actually a YouTuber, actually.
Oh
I've been
wow.
following him for years, but I got to meet him here in Japan. So we hang out sometimes.
Are you comfortable sharing their name?
Oh, yeah, for sure. In fact, let me look for the channel.
It's not Miles, is it?
Um, no, no, no.
Okay. You're
Let's
like God,
see.
no.
Let's see.
By the way, I don't think everyone knows you here. I just realized that. So basically, if you guys don't know who Carlos is, he's one of my really good college friends. Obviously, we met in college, and then we met like 2015, 2016, something like that. I think 2016 because I don't think I was in college in 2015. But yeah, we met there, and then at first we didn't really talk much like outside of college once we graduated. But then we were talking to each other on Facebook, and yeah, we started hanging out again. So is that pronounced like an S?
Yeah, that's pronounced like an S. Could you put that in the chat for
Sure.
the YouTube channel? Thank you very much. Well, yeah, and I think the way it started is that in Cal State LA, there was an online group that you started, which meant first generation college students, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, we would communicate a lot in that group, which who knows if it took a life of its own now, because like we graduated and that's in the past. But that's where I learned that you were doing a project called Documentary.
Hmm.
And
That's right. That's
since
right.
back then I used to have DACA, you know, I was an immigrant in the United States, um, but and so I was interviewed by you. Then we
Hmm.
started hanging out more after that. But yeah, it's funny how time flies and how many things happen in between. It's just amazing.
That is crazy. I'm also glad that I did that documentary for for many reasons. One of them was the fact that I was able to capture one of the interviewers from that documentary passed away later on, unfortunately. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, his name was well, his initials were JC Cortez. I don't know if you remember him or you met him in Cal State. Or actually, I don't know if he went to Cal State. Let me see. But he passed away like a year later, year and a half. So yeah, it was like one of the reasons, or like that was another reason why I'm glad I got to do it.
Yeah, you got to, preserve his memory a little bit, and
Yeah.
may he rest in peace. You know what's interesting? Of course, it's hard to keep up with everybody. And one time I was looking through my friends list in Facebook, and I noticed one of my friends, he has the same profile picture as he did a long time ago. So
Hmm.
when I click on it, like a lot of people keep messaging or posting in his profile, rest in peace.
Right.
And that's when I noticed that he had passed away.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that was very, very shocking and very sad. And I had good memories with him. But at this point, you never really know, like, if somebody in your circle, is doing well or not, or what happened.
Yeah. I tried to figure out why, or why he passed and all that stuff, but I never found out.
Mm.
But maybe it's just one of those things where we're better off not knowing. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. We should be grateful we at least got to know the people that, passed on, and we share good memories. But it's like, it basically everything is temporary, unfortunately, everything.
I agree. Do you live every day like it's your last? I know it's cliche, but sometimes it can be true.
You know what? I got to learn how to do that. I don't think I do, to be honest.
Hmm.
I feel like I waste too much time. I take time for granted, and I think I take loved ones for granted, and I got to learn to be more, to savor the moment more,
Active.
be more appreciative, more active. Yeah, definitely. So
For me, that's something I've been trying to like understand, enjoying the moment, and I've had different different like expectations of it, or different like experiences with it. But before, I used to think that I was like literally that very moment, and I realized like how quickly it was going by. So I'm like, okay, well, this isn't very productive, because once the moment's gone, then I kind of feel depressed, like, oh, it's gone. Did I really enjoy it? But then I realized it's just like basically like enjoy the time you have with that person in your life. Whether you lose touch, or God forbid something happens to them, just enjoy the time that that person's with your life. So now we have a longer timeline where I spend. I try to do whatever I can with that person. That way, I don't have any regrets when I look back. So I don't live life to the fullest, like in the sense that like I blow all my money and all that stuff every day. But I ask myself, if this was my last day on earth today, like would I be happy with with how I live my life? And the answer most of the time is yes.
that's good.
So that's how I try to approach it. I try to do more like logically instead of emotionally.
Definitely.
How's teaching over there going along?
Well, how can I explain? You get to the point where you can stick with the assignments you like, and you can try to get rid of the ones you don't like. It's sort of like a tree, you prune it, right? And I feel like I can set up my schedule in such a way that I'm going to feel spoiled with the way that my job is going.
Hmm.
So somehow I got lucky enough to be hired in some very good schools. And if I could just stick with the base ones, then
Hmm.
I'm going to feel super spoiled. Um, but if I keep getting those, outlier assignments, random assignments where they send me to random places, then those are
Hmm.
kind of stressful. So um, I wish I could explain it better. But let me just tell you this one story. So I work for a public school that's like a middle school and a high school at the same time, right? And one time I was in a classroom with the
Hmm.
middle school students, and I noticed a student had a spatula, a wooden spatula with a happy face.
Hmm.
And I was asking them, "What is this?" Obviously, why is there a spatula with a
Yeah,
happy face sort of like engraved on it, right?
right.
And then it's so cute. Like the kids were just competing with each other to explain it to me. Like, oh, this is a Japanese cooking tool. You know, you go like this and use it for cooking. And I'm all like, ah, okay.
How
I
dare you call
pretend
it a
to be.
spatula?
I'm sorry.
I said they're probably like, oh, how dare you call it a spatula?
Yeah, I know. I tried to be nice and pretend to be informed and like to learn something new, but it's I just found it cute that they thought that a spatula is something unique to Japan.
Oh,
It just
gotcha.
goes to
Okay.
show that the kids, like their world is Japan. They think
Hmm.
everything is unique, that any other country outside must be some different universe. You know what I mean?
They look like that.
Um, it was a wooden spatula with a happy face engraved on it. My point was, why is there a happy face on it? But
That's
they're all like,
funny.
oh, this is for cooking. You use it like this. They're like competing with each other to explain it to me, and I'm all like, all right, I guess I got to pretend to be a caveman and be surprised by this cooking
Right.
instrument. So yeah,
When you
it's
said
it's like,
spatula, this is the first thing that popped up in my head.
oh
I
yeah,
don't
I
know
got
why.
you.
SpongeBob spatula.
It looks hilarious, but that moment just like made me laugh inside, and I think those are the moments that I really like. Like, ah man, that's too cute, for lack of better words.
Gotcha. I'm gonna try something here. Let's see. Oh yeah. So are there a lot of Mexican restaurants in Japan? Because I remember you telling me about it, like how Japan has like this like mild obsession with Mexican culture.
They do, they do, and there are a lot of these Mexican restaurants. You're gonna find Americans complain about them because they're not authentic. But I'm all like, hey, they're doing their best. Who cares? That's fine. It's edible.
Yeah, I mean they'll eat Taco Bell and they'll go to another country like Japan and say it's not authentic. It's like, well, yeah, obviously.
In my first day, the guy that picked me up from the airport, he's all like, "What kind of food do you like?" So like, and I'm all like, "Oh well, I like Mexican food." So like,
Yeah.
"Oh yes, we have that." So he's looking all over his cell phone. He's all like, "Have you heard of this place?" It
Mhm.
was Taco Bell, but he was legitimately like suggesting it. He thought it was a Japanese thing, like the spatula story. He thought that restaurant was a Japanese thing, that for Mexican food. I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
you know what? We have that in the United States too. Really? Yeah. In fact, it's the last thing I ate before leaving the United States. It's the last thing I ordered. Oh, in Los Angeles? Yeah. In fact, that's an American chain. It's not a Mexican chain.
Yeah. It's like
Huh?
my phone.
Like trying to make sense of it. Like it's supposed to be Mexican food. Why is it an American chain?
In
And I don't
Japan.
know. Exactly. So a lot of things are not making sense, but that's fine. At that point, you just thank the person. You don't explain it, because explaining things will confuse people. So you just thank them.
Yeah.
That's what I learned here in Japan. Just like whatever people are talking about, just thank them for teaching you, even if it's obvious to you.
Right. But do you think that like they're like isolated from other countries, maybe to meet? Because I know like a lot of foreign countries like they'll portray certain countries or certain people in a certain way. So do you think like the media has a lot to do with that over there?
I think it's more of a geological thing.
Hmm.
Japan is a collection of islands. Not too long ago, they were isolated for a long time.
Hmm.
And if you compare Japan to, for example, Thailand, where a lot of Americans like to go and retire and live, I hear that the Thai people are very welcoming and everything. But yeah, that's exactly that. Moments like that happen all the time here. So you just try to keep everything simple to
Yep.
avoid people giving you that look. But yeah, so my point is that places like Thailand, they're going to be more used to foreigners and everything. Here in
Yeah.
Japan, they try to be nice, but you always get the impression that they're wondering how to behave around you, because to them you're like an unpredictable Martian, you know, and they're trying to figure out how to behave. at least certain people, like some people might have studied abroad, so they're used to it.
Mhm.
But like the people who have never gone abroad, they'll in the back of their minds, they always wonder like, what is the right thing to say and to do? How should I behave?
Right.
Around this person. So it's like a little bit of a panic for them sometimes.
I think it's also like a respect thing because they want to make sure like they are respectful of other people's cultures and they don't want to like offend them by doing or saying certain things. Do you think that's true?
I think it's true because the guy that picked me up from the airport, I texted him after the fact and thanked him, like for all the help and everything because he was extremely helpful. And then he replied, "Oh yeah, I'm so glad to meet you too. In fact, I was so nervous before meeting you because it's the first time I was talking to a foreigner and
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say or how to behave." And I'm thinking, "What? Like come on, we're human, just be nice." And he was nice, so he 100%, A plus. So there's nothing to be nervous about, you know what I mean?
So here's a real question: have you tried Taco Bell in Japan, and if so, is it better than the one in the U.S.?
Dude, come on.
It has to be, right?
No, I haven't tried it. I haven't even thought about trying it, but I have tried McDonald's and it's fine. you know I have tried Starbucks, but I just feel like it's gonna hit my pride in a bad way if I go to Taco Bell in Japan, you know, as a Mexican.
Well, that's your official assignment now from the John McKellian channel. You're gonna be a reporter, and then go to Taco Bell in Japan, and gonna let us know how it is because I heard that our chains overseas is better than here because we have shit standards, and people outside the U.S. actually have standards. So I'm curious.
I gotcha. All right, when's the deadline for this then?
How many weeks should we give them, guys? 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks is fair.
Yeah, let's ask chat. What do they say? And what other suggestions do they have?
I think it was KFC that was supposed to be really good. They also had boba there, if I'm not mistaken.
They go to KFC in Christmas. I
What
think
do you mean?
because Colonel Sanders looks like Santa Claus.
Oh wow.
So they're like, Christmas is an American holiday, so let's go to KFC to commemorate this American holiday. I'm not even kidding. Then they have a cake because they hear it's Jesus's birthday. So they're like, oh, birthday cake, Jesus's birthday, we need a Christmas cake. Then you have Americans go to Japan and are like, they're all like, oh, look, we have a Christmas cake to celebrate. Like, what? Americans are like, what is this? Like, don't you have Christmas cake in America? Like, no.
No, we
You
don't.
guys, you guys came up with all this stuff.
They they,
Anyway,
they 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 take American holidays more seriously than Americans do.
yeah.
What up, Tony? We got Driven Dad in the house. Tony says you got 24 hours.
Jeez.
That's
All
true.
right.
Like a Liam Neeson movie. You got 24 hours to live.
That's so
Oh
funny.
man, that is funny. So Tony actually lives in Denver, like the not exactly in Denver, but like the general Denver area. And I got to meet him in person 2 years ago. So pretty cool, really cool guy. He actually has his own YouTube channel. I recommend checking it out. Carlos and everyone else. And his wife Lisa's awesome too. So really good people. Check him out. And he's got like I don't know. Tony is a funny dude, but he has kind of like a dry sense of humor, which I like. I've always been a fan of dry sense of humor. I think it's more impressive to me than it is like being stupid funny, like or in your face funny. But yeah, Tony's a funny dude. Hey man, no problem. Yeah, you don't need to thank me. You've earned it. Good people. What did they say back in here in LA? Carlos, real recognize real.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, by the way, did you see Deadpool and Wolverine over there? I don't know if they have it there.
No, but I've heard so many good things about it.
I recommend it. I saw it twice, once with my friends and the other time with my girlfriend, and we all liked it.
Wow, if you saw it more than once, then that just goes to show, right?
So I was only supposed to see it once, but because I originally promised my girlfriend that I would take her so we can see it watch together, and I didn't do that. So,
Oh, damn.
but I would say the second time was just as funny the first time.
Oh, gotcha.
because the first time, like us being so like Deadpool's very immature. Like if you're not familiar with his character, he's like very immature, and like he'll make like sex jokes and like all this like weird shit. Like when I was watching with the guys, we were watching it. We were like laughing at like all the dirty jokes and stuff like that. Like how like the super funny stuff. When I went with my girlfriend, we were like laughing at like how they were like really trying to connect to like millennials. So like basically like I'm gonna spoil the intro for you, but it's not a big deal. But basically like when the movie opens up, he's killing people, but like he like as he's dancing to NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye. So like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
they have a lot of music and stuff, or like a lot of the music and other things like that in the movie was stuff that we grew up with. So they're basically like, oh, millennials are parents now and they have kids, so let's market to both of them.
That's very good. That's a very good marketing strategy. And I'm glad that they are still, making movies for us.
Yeah. Tony says I hear it's the only film that Disney was allowed to make woke. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, apparently Disney bought up Marvel or something. I mean, Disney's buying out everyone, so no surprise. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they allowed them to make that movie because that was like it was I think it was like it was definitely not woke. Like it was like very like had a lot of cancel culture stuff. But I mean, if we're gonna do Deadpool, that it just comes with the territory. So I'm glad they didn't really hold them back.
Yeah, yeah. That's what comedy's all about. You can't
Yeah,
hold it back or else it's not gonna land.
yeah. No, it's easily like one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Like I'm not saying that because I'm not like a Deadpool fanboy, but I saw a lot of movies this year, and a lot of them started off well, but like the endings were complete garbage. But I really enjoyed Deadpool from beginning to end. I thought it was like a pretty complete movie.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars, most of them are woke, but at least they throw us, a bone every now and then, like Rogue One.
Yeah,
So I think that's what the industry's doing. Like, it's like we have to be woke, but here, like, let's throw a fans gold nugget every once in a while.
yeah, I agree. The last time I was on here, I think it was the very first time I streamed, like after being MIA for 6 months. And then I was talking about something, and I actually said girlfriend, and people were like, "Wait, what? Like, John, you've been gone for 6 months, and you didn't tell us about that." So it's kind of funny.
Well, building up your life and improving and then coming back, making a comeback.
Yeah,
That's really
exactly. I'm
cool.
back to share it with you guys.
Yeah, there you go.
But unbeknownst,
Hmm.
can't. I think that's how you say it.
You have to say it like with your pinky on like that. Unbeknownst, indubitably.
Okay, I can't do the accent, but I'll do the pinky. Unbeknownst to all of you, Carlos has seen the picture, so he's known about it because he's a friend of mine on Facebook. So, but yeah, watch. I'm gonna get everyone almost cursed. I'm gonna get
Mm.
everyone sending me friend requests on Facebook.
And just curious, I know random question, but is your girlfriend like Hispanic or Armenian?
She's half Hispanic. She's her dad's Hispanic and her mom's white.
Oh, I see, I see.
Kind of like Tony. Tony's half white, half Mexican. The driven dad. He had a nickname for himself. He used to have like this funny word. Tony, what do you call yourself again for being half white, half Mexican? I think John got a girlfriend and tried to get Carlos to. It's exactly what it was. It's exactly the reason why I got a girlfriend. How'd you know, Tony? I think Ryan Reynolds had some sort of contract that the Marvel staff couldn't touch the movie. Okay, well, good.
That's good.
Yeah,
There should
I'm
be
glad
more
they did that.
contracts like that.
Yeah, because whatever Disney touches, it turns to woke and stuff. So, Carlos, how many Japanese women have you knocked up again?
Oh, come on. Like, I've hung out. I've uh I've met a few nice ladies. That's all. They're just nice, good friends. But man, they're just great.
That's what it comes up. Chikonki. Yeah, I don't take back everything I said. But no, Carlos, we let you go to Japan only on one circumstance, and that was because you wanted to increase the Japanese population. What the hell are you doing there? You're not going to Taco Bell. You're not increasing the population.
All right. All right, how about this? I will go to Taco Bell. I will send you pictures.
Okay.
I'll continue to meet the nice ladies and see what happens. But yeah, so far, like the nicest ladies you've ever seen in your life.
I'm sure they're extremely nice, and basically, like the Japanese government is begging people to procreate. So that's really why why we sent Carlos there to help Japan procreate, or a graham cracker. Okay,
All right, first you said you let me come to Japan. Then you said you sent me. Which one is it? I
both.
feel like I escaped. That's how I
Did
feel.
you? No, I
I
don't know.
feel like
I
I
got to think about
escaped the
that one.
U.S.
I got to think about that one.
Yeah, because I've been getting messages from friends. They're all like, "Oh, you left in the nick of time." It's like, "Oh, everything in the U.S. is expensive now. Oh my gosh, the country's falling apart." Well, like, what the heck? I don't know if I'm happy to hear this, but
I mean,
they're
stock market's
making
doing
it
pretty well.
they're making it seem like those action movies where like the main characters like jumping from an explosion and like the
Yeah,
flames are like catching up.
yeah.
Like it makes me feel like it dodged a bullet or something. Like what the hell's going on over there?
I mean,
Anyway,
everyone sees everything differently, so I think they're just like maybe like panicking a little bit. But yeah, things have gotten a lot more expensive. Inflation is a lot higher than the Feds are making out to be. They said that this week it came in at like 3%. I'm like, bro, it's not 3%. Like all the necessities are about like probably like 20-30% at least.
right. And that makes me wonder if the American dollar is like the reserve note for the whole world, right?
Yeah.
Basically, it's what everybody else bases their currency on. And so if they say, for example, the Mexican peso is going up in value,
Hmm.
is it really? Or is it that the American dollar is going down to the point that there's more parity? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think the American dollar is decreasing, so other currencies are catching up.
I see. So I guess that means that things are not really becoming more affordable for other countries either. It's just the same, but the currency just looks stronger on paper. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud and I'm not an expert, you know?
Oh, you're not?
Of course
But
not.
that's why we brought you on here to talk about economics and well, I thought you were a professor in finance at Japan.
I literally majored in teaching English as a second language, so you can tell how much finance I know from that.
Yeah, no, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm just joking. No, yeah, Japan um has a weird problem because instead of inflation, they have deflation. Like, or no, wait, yeah, they have a different problem than the U.S. From if I understood it correctly. Like, basically, they can't afford to raise rates, then people will freak out. So they're basically like I think at some point that they had like a negative interest rate, so they were paying people to borrow money. Like that's how bad their local currency is. So
Yeah, I think I heard something about that too. Huh?
okay, so Tony's got a question for us. He says, "John, we had to get my 6-year-old molar pulled. She had an abscess. The tooth fairy left her $20. So what did the tooth fairy give you? Nothing. He gave me a $650 bill. Screw the tooth fairy. But I hope she doesn't spend that $20 in one place. Tony, are you gonna make your kids do a gig work whenever they grow up and want to go to college? Like have them deliver food and like do rideshare if they want to go to college and pay for it, or is Uncle Tony gonna pay for him? Tony's got 6 kids, man. God bless them.
Oh, damn.
It's 6 more than what I have.
Well, it was normal back then. Six was normal.
She has to save some, give some. I like the 3 rules. I think I don't want to put words in Tony's mouth, but Tony's he's a very Christian individual, and that's like one of the things from the Bible. Basically, you save some, you give some, and you spend some. So that's great. I like that. Nope, they want to go to woke land. They have to figure it out themselves. Yeah, yeah. I should have seen that coming. Tony doesn't want his kids to get indoctrinated.
But that's all that public schools are nowadays, and
Yeah,
college too. I remember in my last days of college, and, they're supposed to teach me how to teach. I was there to
Mhm.
become a teacher. So they were like, teachers are agents of change. So we were reading an article about that, about how teachers have to be activists
Oh
and have
God.
to change things that are wrong with the world. Well, like, I want to teach English. Teach me to teach English, please. I don't want to be an agent of change.
You should tell that to your Japanese students. Hey guys, I'm here. I'm an agent of change because I was told so in college.
Right. It was in that same day, I think, that they taught us about the spectrum of genders,
Hmm.
in the sense that there's no such thing as masculine or feminine. It's like a spectrum. A little bit of this or a little bit of that. People could be different. People could be like this and like that. Roles could be changed and things like that. Like, fascinating. How
That's
does that help
crazy.
me teach English?
That's a very valid question, my friend. Yeah, I don't know. College, I'm not against going to college, but I think you have to be like really intentional with what you do with your degree and pick the right one because you can't just go to Japan and like I mean you just can't go to. I was reading Tony's comment. You can't just
What?
go to college and kind of like, oh, I think I'm gonna pick this degree right here. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting educated and stuff, but if you want to make a career out of it, you gotta pick the right one.
There has to be a reason, you know?
Tony says he would get deported because I doubt Japan wants to. Yeah, that's true. I know Russia doesn't want it for sure, but I'm not sure about Japan. I don't think they want it either.
Probably not. And this time, I'm physically closer to Russia than the United States. Sometimes that thought keeps me awake. I don't know.
So you think about going to Russia?
I met a Russian here in Tokyo randomly.
Mm.
So, like,
Was it at a
should,
Mexican restaurant?
it was in an Italian restaurant,
Oh
strangely
wow.
enough. He was a waiter. You can tell he's a young guy in his 20s or whatever. I was leaving, and he's all like, "Where are you from?" Well, like, "Oh, me? Yeah, where are you from?" Well, like, "I'm from Mexico. How about you?" "Oh, I'm Russian." Like, so like, "Oh, I want to go to Mexico. I do, I do." Like, all right, that's good. I was trying to not really make a conversation because I could tell he was busy. He was like carrying plates.
Yeah.
So I'm all like, I'm trying to cut it short. And then he's all like, "Oh, but you shouldn't go to Russia." Like, okay,
You
well, it was nice to meet you.
should have told
There's
him
a
same thing
reason.
about Mexico. Don't go to Mexico. There's cartels there.
Yeah, I didn't want to discourage him, but I guess there's a reason he discouraged me. There must be something going on at this time of war, right? So I don't know.
I think it's well, the war is happening in Ukraine, but I think it's more about like the how Russia's like a communist country and all that, and like their propaganda.
Well, they were communist in the early 90s.
Hmm.
The Soviet Union collapsed, so now they are, I guess, what they call crony capitalism, right? But then again, which
I
country
don't know what
isn't?
it's called.
Yeah.
Tony says I think you need to pick the right school too. I agree. Right school in the right area. I went to college. I'm a bachelor's degree. I don't regret it, but I think I may. I don't know. I was thinking about getting MBA at one point, but then I realized that unfortunately MBAs only from certain schools are like really valued and respected, and those schools are really hard to get into.
What did you major in again?
Marketing management.
I see, I see.
That was the focus. It's a business degree. It's business admin. He is probably Tony's getting political there. Don't get too excited there, Tony.
Nah, Mexico does have the highest concentration of Russian spies than any other country in the world, I think. That's
Wow,
because Mexico's next to the United States, so they need to have some influence in the neighboring country, you know what I mean?
that makes sense. It's weird because like of all the time that I spent in San Diego when I was in college, like, I never went down to Mexico. I just didn't feel comfortable because I know the area. I don't speak Spanish. I don't look like I'm from Mexico. So
You do.
I mean, like,
Sinaloa, you
no, I
do.
mean like I might pass the Chicano, but like not a Mexico. You know what I mean?
You get sunburned well enough, and you'll be fine.
Look like Crunchwrap Supreme, burnt on one end and white on the other, kind of like my arms. I don't know if it's like obvious, but
Like that, yeah, you'll
yeah,
be
like
fine.
see, it's like more white here, like more tan here.
Yeah, it's in the north. People are more light skinned. People look exactly like you in
Wow,
the north. If you go to the south, then people are more brown. So it
darker.
depends where you are. Yeah,
So what part of the country would be considered north? Like any major
north.
cities there?
Yeah, you have Chihuahua, you have Sinaloa, Monterrey. You'll feel right at home there.
You know what? It makes sense because my ex's mom was from Chihuahua and she was very white.
There you go. See,
So I think you're onto something.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
But then when I dated a girl from San Diego State, she was from Mexico and she was Zacatecas, and she was very, I don't want to say very dark, but she was definitely tanned.
That's where I'm from.
Oh wow, but you're not. Well, you're kind of tanned, but not super tanned.
Right. We're a mix. We're a rainbow there, so
We've
there's
known
room
each
for
other for
everyone.
like what 8 years now. I just learned you're from Zacatecas.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you were from Jalisco or something like that. I don't know why.
In my birth certificate it says Jalisco, but in
Okay,
actuality I was born in Zacatecas. I don't even understand why or how.
okay,
That's just the way it is.
hmm, that's funny.
So to this day I could vote in the Jalisco governmental race just because of my birth certificate, even
Hmm.
though I've never lived there. So it's funny how the politics works as well. So from Tokyo, I voted for the mayor of Jalisco, like who should be mayor or
That's
a governor.
hilarious.
Governor, yeah.
But you weren't able to do it in the U.S.
In the U.S., yeah, you could do that too. They have a special law that passed not too long ago that
Hmm.
lets citizens vote from abroad by
Hmm.
mail or electronically. So I was able to vote here in Japan for the last presidential election, but at the same
Hmm.
time, you also vote for the governor of your state because everything happens at once.
That's crazy.
So I'm not allowed to vote for the Zacatecas governor, even though I was born there, but I could vote for the Jalisco governor.
Hmm. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't get it either. I was gonna try
Oh,
to play devil's advocate, but I don't have a good argument.
I just go with the flow. Like at some point, nothing makes sense. You just go with the flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is what it is. So I do have some life updates that I don't want to share on YouTube, at least not yet. So I'll
Oh
message them
darn.
to you later. I mean,
Okay.
I'll share them with you, just not on YouTube,
Oh, I
because
got you.
a
I
lot
got.
of it's just personal stuff.
Well, whatever you're comfortable sharing is fine. You know.
I'll share it with you through Messenger,
All right.
but
Sounds.
don't share on YouTube.
Of course not. Yeah.
Very riveting, I know.
You're an international man of mystery, like James Bond.
Yes, exactly. Uh, you might not actually see this coming. What I'm about to tell you.
What could it be? Am I allowed to guess here on YouTube or not really?
Yes, yes, you're allowed to guess.
All right. Maybe you could ask chat to also guess as well.
Sure.
All right. So is it a boy or a girl?
Definitely not ready for kids right now.
All right. All right. Is it a cat or a dog?
No pets.
Okay. How much weight did you lose?
Uh, I'm still I'm still trying to gain the little bit. Or I'm still trying to lose the little bit I gained.
All right. Then is it career related?
It might be
Right. So which company do you own now?
this guy. Ever heard of a company called Amazon?
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I think I heard of it once or twice.
Startup, not very. It's not a household name yet. Maybe one day.
Yeah,
Tony, Tony
yeah.
says John's getting a read on it. You're crazy, bro. Even my girlfriend's just not ready for it. So
All right. Now at least we know it's career related. So chat,
well, no, you don't know that. You're assuming.
it's the only one you said maybe for. There's no reason for you to say maybe
Okay.
unless we're getting close to it.
Okay. Trying
What
to.
could it be? I knew it. The McKellian coin. So when are we gonna pump it and dump it?
It starts tomorrow morning.
Gotcha.
That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys 24 seconds to guess. I was trying to pull up a shot clock.
24 seconds.
Yes. I don't know why there's two of them, but we'll go for it. All right. You guys have 24 seconds to guess.
Okay, you're making YouTube your full-time job?
I wish. Not yet.
You wrote another book?
No.
A book was written about you?
No, but that would be interesting. Maybe you can write it.
Okay. All right.
And
Damn it.
I'm gonna send it to you, but yeah, it's just some. It's just I do like sharing some stuff on YouTube, but I don't like sharing everything.
Yeah, I got you. I just got a message. Is that from you?
Yes, that is for me.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. All right. I know the answer then. That's fine.
yes. Carlos knows the answer, but none of you guys don't. You meant LeBron James social, yeah. I'd probably get tired real quick. But did you ever see me making that switch?
You know, I never really expected that
Neither did I.
kind of a switch.
I got talked into it.
Oh, darn. All right. Are you happy about that change?
I like it. I mean, I don't know what to expect just because I'm not familiar with it. But I think once I get used to it, then I will like it. I'll give you more details later on once we get off the YouTube stream.
All right. Well, that's really good news then.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's a big change for me, so I'm looking forward to it. It could be life changing, so we'll see. Different pace.
I see. I see.
What time do you have to meet up with your friend?
I thought you were gonna say, "What time do you have to get to Taco Bell?" Yeah, I was
Maybe
mentally
that's where you and your friend should meet up there today, so you can tell
Nah,
us how
we're
it
going
is.
to an authentic one, man. The owner, he's Japanese, but he lived in Mexico City for like 6 years.
Oh
So
wow.
his food is legit, and it's some of the best I've ever had, to be honest.
So okay, so luckily for you, someone actually shared the menu of Taco Bell in Japan.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
Are you gonna share the screen?
I am. How did you know?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I was actually thinking, like, after the stream ends, should I rush to Taco Bell and send a picture to these guys so that, I can at least say I kept my end of the bargain? So
So
part
let
of
me
me
see if
is
I can
thinking about
zoom
that.
in. I don't know if I can zoom in on it's a Reddit thing. Oh, there's another picture.
They have alcohol.
Yeah, that's true down here. I wonder if it's Sapporo. It doesn't say. It just says draft beer.
Baja
So
Blast.
that's true. I don't know if they have Baja Blast. Wow, they have frozen margaritas. We don't have that here. That sucks. Sangria. Sangria. That's interesting. They have better options out there. They got. Oh no. So okay, that's interesting. The Taco Bell's out here serve Pepsi, which Baja Blast is a Mountain Dew product, which is owned by Pepsi. So that's the first thing that jumps out at me: the fact that they have Coke products and not Pepsi. That's weird going to a Taco Bell and they have. I mean, I love Coke products, so I'm not gonna complain. But it's just weird how they don't have any Pepsi products.
Hmm.
But yeah, everything else looks the same. Burritos and I don't know what this is. It's like quesadilla,
Is there a
Crunchwrap
way to zoom in?
Supreme. No, it's not letting me zoom in.
I see.
I would probably have to save it and other stuff. But yeah, no, I can't zoom in.
Did I take a picture of the nearest Taco Bell? I thought I did. Might have to look around and see if I did. Um, but yeah, I think the nearest Taco Bell to me is like 2 train stations away.
Okay.
So I could literally just hop on board, take a quick picture, and send it to you guys, or order, just some random thing.
Here's what we'll do. Whenever you go to Taco Bell, give me a heads up, and then we'll do a live stream, and you tell us how it tastes.
Oh, damn. Okay, when do you suggest?
Preferably after 2 a.m. after you had a few drinks,
This guy.
because that's when Taco Bell tastes the best. It just
Maybe what
doesn't
I could
taste good
do.
sober.
Maybe what I could do is like record some sort of reels, like
There
one
you
of those
go.
10-second things. Send it to our group in Instagram. And then you could share that in the next stream, right?
That works. Yeah. I forgot. They like do shorts and reels.
Right.
Are you still uploading videos to your channel?
Not so much lately, actually. Not so much. Just those little YouTube shorts.
Hmm.
Like, oh, this is Akihabara Station, 10 seconds done. Oh, this is food, 10 seconds done. But yeah, maybe I should do something. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll post stuff and I'm like, what the hell is this? Because there's no caption or title, so I don't know what I'm looking for.
It's really low effort, I know.
Well, I mean, it could also be mysterious, like, oh, like kind of like a painting, right? There's no right or wrong answer. It's what you make of it. It's very abstract.
Yeah, I've been recording the most random stuff without context. Yeah, I should really put some effort. Yeah.
That way, we'll know what it is that you're looking at. Well, it feels like we'll be there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm gonna start wrapping up the stream. Thanks for joining me, Carlos. It was really good that we talked, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Yeah, you guys will get to see Taco Bell from Japan, and that's going to be my end of the bargain. So I'm looking forward to that too.
The the Taco Bell Society values your contribution.
Any other requests, just let us know, and I'll be your agent in the field.
You'll be my agent of change in Japan.
There you go.
Starting with your Taco Bell assignment.
There you go. Starting with the most important one, the
Yes,
Taco Bell assignment.
yes, exactly. We appreciate your contribution.
Of course, that's why I'm here.
All right, man. Thanks for hopping on. We'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the Mexican food.
All right, take care, guys.
All
Bye.
right, later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the link for anyone else to join before I wrap up the stream. Cause the reason why I'm sharing now because I've been trying to talk to Carlos for a while. So he and I rarely are available at the same time. So I wanted to talk to him and catch up with him. But yeah, I'm gonna put the stream out there if anyone wants to join. If we don't want to be on camera, it's fine. Just do audio only, but make sure you have good audio or decent audio so we can hear you. I'm gonna pin it to the top of the chat so it doesn't get buried when people comment. Uh, um, all right, see you later, Tony. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. All right, so I pinned the join link to the chat. Let me see. Yep. Okay. I wonder if Nova's going live tonight because he used to go live not every night, but almost every Friday night. Oh, excuse me. It'll be funny if I just check out his channel. He's live right now. No, he's not. The last time he was live was when he told me he was going. So, what up, Tony?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. There's a little bit of background noise, but I can hear you for the most part.
Sorry, I don't have a Tesla anymore, so.
What up? You got demoted?
No, the company stopped doing the discount that I had.
Oh wow, that's crazy. So what are you driving
Yeah.
now?
I paid for a Prius with like 5,000 cash.
Oh wow. How many miles?
It's getting close to 300,000.
Oh shit. Wow. Has had a battery change before?
I don't think so.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That went last 300,000 miles. How long have you had it for?
Since the end of April.
Oh wow, cool. Wow, you poor peasant. You went from a Tesla to a Prius.
I'm working my way back to a Tesla though, so
Nice. That's awesome. You're doing rideshare in it too?
minimally because
Okay.
it's so terrible.
Oh, rideshare's been terrible, or the car?
Doing rideshare on the basic platforms really
Gotcha.
sucks.
Gotcha. I bet. What were you doing with Tesla? With the Tesla, were you doing like comfort and stuff like that?
Yeah, mainly like black car.
Okay. Wow. I know you could do Uber Black with a Tesla.
Yeah, well, that's I want to be able to open up my own ride services, but I have to have a luxury car, and then I don't want to get a luxury car if it's not a Tesla because of the maintenance schedules on those things suck.
Yeah, and they're expensive. The thing about Tesla is that like there's not a lot of maintenance, but when shit like I would say like one of the most things to replace the battery. It's like what, like 10 grand, 15 grand.
Yeah, it's getting a
Oh,
little bit more affordable than that, but
okay. So what's new? What you been up to?
just getting out of debt.
Nice. That's something that everyone should be working on, including our government. But I don't want to get into too much politics.
Yeah, you get a chance, check out my my spread shop store and see my new design that I just made.
Let me see. Is it on your
You,
channel?
yeah, there's a link to it on my channel. It's
Let me
I
see.
think I've been tagging the new design in all of my latest videos.
Let me see. I'll check out your most recent one. Oh, there's a Prius.
Oh,
I've been away from YouTube, so I've been watching a lot of videos.
yeah, I don't expect
Uh,
everybody to.
you said it's called Spread Shop.
It's my store.
Referral codes, gig helper apps, guest appearances, social
If
media.
you go to my about page,
Oh,
it
okay.
should be there.
About is it it has like an In-N-Out logo?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Did you see what it says though?
Yeah, get in out that. I'm gonna share it for everyone to see. Present. Is it okay if I share it?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get your permission first. It's a funny shirt. Speaking of getting out of debt, are you a fan of In-N-Out? Because I know they're in Colorado now.
Yeah, In-N-Out's good.
I think it's pretty good for what you're paying. I think it's a pretty good value.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, especially for like the late night options,
Yeah.
like In-N-Out versus McDonald's or Taco Bell. Yeah,
No
for
brainer.
sure.
I mean, dude, like I don't know how it is in Colorado, but I mean, fast food prices have just been, or everything, have just like been so crazy expensive. So when I go to
Yeah.
In-N-Out, like yeah, it is more. I mean, I don't go to In-N-Out too often, but when I do, it's like I appreciate the fact that like they're so much cheaper compared to other restaurants. But the patties are a little bit smaller now, but for the most part, it's the same. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think the price went up here on them for like 30 cents.
Yeah, not by much. I think like a
And
double
I
double combo is
honestly,
like 10.50 now.
I think that the price increase honestly was probably a tax instead of them raising it because I think the price still shows the same, but when you pay, it's different. It's higher.
Huh, that's interesting. I never paid attention to that. Also, like I feel whenever I eat in and out, like I don't feel as bloated, and I don't feel like I'm in a huge food coma. Like I feel fine. Like I feel light. But when I eat like McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell, which I rarely do nowadays, but when I do, I feel like I just had like 10 pounds of food.
Yeah.
It just sits in your system.
Well, you've seen those videos of how it does. If you just leave it to itself for 10 years.
Oh yeah, how it doesn't mold.
Yeah, it looks the
Yeah,
same as when you
that's
bought it.
scary. I think they did that with a Chick-fil-A chicken too. I don't know what they compared it to. I think it was like regular homemade chicken. Like that thing didn't mold.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't think Chick-fil-A is the same as it was before. Like they
I
have
agree.
all these weird, like all these places use the weird oils and additives and all that
Yeah,
junk.
a lot of seed oils which have been proven to be inflammatory.
Yeah.
The only thing I get from a Chick-fil-A now is like mainly just their grilled nuggets. Like if I'm out and about and I need some protein, I just get their grilled nuggets.
Yeah, if I eat Chick-fil-A, it's gotta be at breakfast. I'll do the grilled nugget with eggs,
Mm.
and then I will say no potatoes because I don't want that.
I heard there, what's it called? The grilled egg white sandwich or egg white grill, something like that. I heard that's pretty good.
Yeah, I just put it in the burrito, but in a bowl.
I gotta check it out. I'll have their. I really like their fries and Chick-fil-A sauce, but it's like once every 2 or 3 months type of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Hey,
basically a treat.
I gotta head into this pickup. It's my last one of the day.
All right, cool, man. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.
Yep, you too.
See ya. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you to Carlos and Tony for hopping on. I don't want to make this stream too long because I'm sure some people see it tomorrow when I watch it or listen to it in background like I do. So if they see a stream that's like 2 or 3 hours, they might not listen to or watch it. But if they see an hour and a half, then maybe they'll watch it in pieces or for one sitting. But thank you guys for everyone for joining me. Appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Peace.